Alright guys, let's take a look at Sparrows Chaos card. You guys have been asking for this for quite a while. This is a brand new one. If you win, this will be the one that you get. I've already disassembled one so we can take a look at these individual components, but it comes as 25 thousandths of an inch thick, which is about 0.6 millimeter, all stainless steel. And inside the card, you got everything is flat except one thing. This little guy right here, you notice he's got a little bit of, they punched it. And the reason they punched it is because it needs to fit into kind of a unique keyway of some handcuffs. So we're going to try that out. I'm curious as to how well that works. Some other things on here. You have a comb pick with 5-pin on one end and 4 on the other, the two most common sizes. Got your little tension wrench right here. You got a wafer pick here. And then on the other end of the wafer lock, you got a couple of visuals to remind you that this is Sparrows calls it their stabby thing. You got a little knife. So, and then you got something dripping off of it. So if those two things don't remind you that this is the stabby end, and you're not paying attention. We have a Jiggler Key. This is the most popular of everything in the Jiggler kit. This one works really well with Ford locks from Ford Motor Company. And then we have a couple of the most popular picks. We have a standard hook or short hook, and then we have a Bogota. Everything's secured on here with these tiny little micro welds. I hope you can make them out. Right there is one. You actually have to twist these to get them out, so they are not going to fall out by accident. This is a very solid card. Takes a little bit. This is what it looks like in the end. You might want to hang on to this after you punch all your tools out, like in a survival situation. That, if you forget, if you don't know SOS, or if you get what SOS is, there it is. 3 shorts, 3 longs, 3 shorts, SOS. And we got some other interesting things here. You can leave surreptitious markings like SOS beneath one of these arrowheads to indicate which way you're traveling. So pretty cool little card. I'd hang on to that. Inside of there, the first thing I really want to try is this. When I hold it up next to a normal, let me get a normal key for a pair of handcuffs, this is what it looks like. So literally it's a key cut right down the center. Got a pair of handcuffs here. These are Smith & Wessons. These are standard issue. You see they are locked, and it does slide in. I've tried this a little earlier. I'm trying to do this through the camera now. And then once you get in there, it just works like a regular key, because that's what it is. It's a half a key, but it works just like a regular key. If the handcuffs are double locked, you just turn it the other way. It works perfectly. So great little tool, and it works surprisingly well for being a punch out from a stainless steel card. Pretty cool. I got a tension wrench. It's not the perfect width, but again, this is a survival tool. It's not designed to carry a whole set of tension tools. It's kind of a mix between a thick one and the middle width one. So not ideal, but it does work. Let's try it on this one. What I have noticed when you slide it in the keyway, I'm trying to do this to the camera. It will hang up on these rivets if you're trying to pick a master lock. So raise it up just a little bit to make sure it clears those rivets, and then tension it very lightly. I'm going to first try the Bogota. Very nice shape. These are not finished because it would be impossible to get down in there. This is a survival tool. And so even when you punch it out and you're getting ready to use it, you're not going to waste time probably trying to finish these. But they are very smooth finish, except the edges where they've been lasered. Alright, all the way in. Because it's rough doesn't mean it won't work in a survival situation. Alright, light tension, and I'm just going to kind of rock him and pull him out at the same time. Maybe. Ha! I didn't have to pull him out, I just rocked him. How easy was that? Anyway, it does work just like any other Bogota. One thing I did notice though on all of these, let me set this guy down. You're manipulating with your fingertips, so it doesn't come back and rest here. It's just not long enough. So you don't have that support. So it's a little awkward, but again, we're talking survival tool, not an everyday pick. So if this is, my choice is nothing or one of these, I will take one of these every day. We have a very nicely shaped standard hook or short hook. Again, we have the same deficiency, but survival tool, see if it works. I'm going to use the same, I only have one tensioner on here, so let's try it. We got another master lock. He's locked. Slide him in there. Make sure we got clearance. There's a little flex on this thing, which personally I like. And try to get this positioned in my fingers. Okay, all the way in. Light tension. That was 4. That was 3. 2 is tight. Come out of there. Like I said, a little bit awkward handling it. You don't get the full feel, but you do get the lock open. It just takes a little bit of extra time because everything is with your fingers. But again, if I got nothing or I got this, I'll take this thing every day. When you punch out the Jiggler Key, as I said, this works really good on Ford, older Ford vehicles. It doesn't have electronic chip, but you can at least get in the door and if you have to. We have a comb pick. Again, you kind of hold it. It's not the full length, but again, if that's all you have, and this is a very neat bypass for those little 4-pinners. And then we have, of course, 5-pinners. You guys have seen me demonstrate these things before. And then we have the Wafer Pick. Nothing too special about this. It works, and you put it in and you kind of jiggle it around. If that doesn't work, you turn it over and try it the other way. This is, again, is the most successful of all the Wafer Picks in the Wafer Pick set. And then on the other end is our stabby thing. Absolutely not sharp at all, but it wouldn't take a lot to sharpen that edge and turn this into a knife. Stabby thing, I like this narrow part. You can put it inside of a split stick or something, and then you can secure it with rope. And then you have a stabbing device. You can turn it into an arrow, or you can turn it into a rudimentary knife for cleaning fish or whatever. But lockpicking, man, that's what this is all about. So anyway, there you go, the Chaos. It's $19.95 Canadian. That works out to be just a hair over $15 US. Go to the website, which is right there, and hit the big button that says register for the free giveaway, and this is the one you're going to win. Now, speaking of giveaways, I want to express a lot of appreciation for help I've been getting from you guys through donors. 2 ways to give. One is to just hit the donate button, and I'm going to give away, this is the Ghost 1 and the Ghost 2. I've randomly selected a name, and that would be Albert Ulrich. So Albert, send me an email with your mailing address and you will get the Ghost 1 and Ghost 2 kit. Thank you. I appreciate all your help. You guys are the ones that keep this place going, pay all the postage, buy all this stuff that you see here for reviews. The other one is patron Christopher Weistup. You're going to get the same thing. Ghost 1, Ghost 2. Guys, without your help, I couldn't even buy the stuff to review. More or less afford all the postage, sending out so many of these every week and of course every month. Wiping me out. Anyway, appreciate your help. I'm going to do this probably more often now. Probably about once a month I'll do a giveaway to all the guys that support the Lock Lab in one way or another. Thanks guys, appreciate your help. Stay safe, stay legal.